Hello, I am Scar, and I make art and videos where I show what I make, the process behind, and sometimes the stories attached. In this video, I will share with you a very strange love story for a vegetable from my home country, and how I ended up making a keychain of it, in hopes to spread the word about its existence so that it will not be forgotten. While I talk you through my story, I'll share my footage from making the keychain. It all started when I moved from Norway to Spain. Now, when you move to a new country, you'd think that what you would miss the most would be your favorite snacks and candies, right? But for me, one of the things I ended up missing the most was a very simple ingredient. Something you can find in pretty much any grocery store in Norway, but that's almost completely impossible to find in Spain. The rutabaga, also known as swede, turnip, kålrot, or even nabo, depending on where you're from. Now, if you're not from Norway or Sweden, you might be wondering, what even is a rutabaga? Well, a rutabaga is a root vegetable. It's kind of like a turnip, but not quite the same. It's actually a hybrid, half turnip, half wild cabbage. You'll find it in the same family as kale, broccoli, and cabbage. While I start crafting here, I'll just show you quickly my technique for mixing in pigmented powder into my polymer clay to make the colors I want. I scrape the color onto the clay and simply mix it together. And just to clear up a common mix-up, rutabagas, or kålrabi as they are called in Norwegian, is not the same plant as the German turnip, or kohlrabi. Even though both are in the brassica family, the German turnip grows above ground and have a completely different taste and texture, more like a crunchy, peppery stem, well suited to eat raw or in a salad. Rutabagas, on the other hand, are a true root vegetable and they grow underground, and they're softer, sweeter, and in my opinion, better suited for cooking. They have a round, slightly lumpy shape, usually with a yellow and purple skin and a rich golden orange flesh inside. Thanks to that vibrant color and its high vitamin C content, it is also known as the orange of the north. It is a cold weather staple that brings both brightness and immune boosting nutrients to the table, especially during long winters. Despite its rough looks, it's packed with goodness. It's full of vitamin C, fiber and antioxidants, low in carbs and high in flavor, earthy, slightly sweet and mellow, kind of like a gentler potato with a personality. Rutabagas grow best in cold climates, and they were traditionally a winter staple in Northern Europe, especially in Scandinavia and Russia. Back in the day, they helped people get through long winters when fresh produce was hard to come by. Fun fact! In America, Irish immigrants had been using rutabagas to carve lanterns for their saw-in celebration, which eventually became what we know today as jack-o'-lanterns. In the kitchen, they're super versatile. You can roast them, mash them, toast them in soups or stews, or just boil them like potatoes. They store really well too, as long as you don't wash them before tucking them into a cold, dark place. So yeah, humble, underrated, and maybe a bit knobbly, but the rutabaga deserves some love. Since it's so hard to find in Spain, I started mentioning it to my Norwegian and Swedish visitors. the kind of friends who, before a visit, would always ask, "Is there anything you want us to bring from home?" They'd of course expect me to say chocolate or snacks, classic Norwegian treats. But no, I would always smile to myself, knowing fully how odd this must sound, and answer, "Do you think you could bring me a couple of rutabagas?" And over time, I became that person, the crazy rutabaga girl. It became a bit of a running joke. Then one day, a Norwegian friend sent me a link to an article. The headline read, "Stadig flere spiser kålrabi," which translates to, "Fewer and fewer people are eating in rutabaga." That made me kind of sad, because I don't want this humble vegetable to fade away and be forgotten. So I decided to do something about it. As my small, humble, slightly silly contribution to the worldwide rutabaga appreciation, I designed a keychain. A cute little rutabaga. With the hope that people will wear it proudly. Maybe even all over the world. For worldwide domination. And when someone asks, "Wait, what is that adorable little thing?" then you can answer, "Why, it's a rutabaga," and give them all the deets. And who knows, maybe you'll help spread the word. Or maybe you're just like me. You just genuinely love rutabagas and want to express your affection for this slightly underrated but very lovable vegetable. So yeah, all of this, from missing a vegetable to becoming the Rutabaga girl to designing a tiny cute keychain. It's kind of silly, but also kind of special, because sometimes it's the little things, a taste, a memory, a goofy idea that connects us to where we are from. And if my little rutabaga can bring someone a smile, or spark a memory, or just look cute dangling from a backpack, then I feel like I've done something good. So if you want to give my little Rutabaga keychain a loving home, or just wear one with pride, you can find them in my Etsy shop. Link in the description. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and listening to my weird vegetable love story. Stay cute and stay curious, and maybe eat some rutabaga sometime. Okay?